Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Yeah, no problem. Don't worry. We can do. I'm going to take my time to explain the reason why we're doing what we are doing. Okay. So you get to understand the benefits. Okay. Even looking at getting a job. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead to share my screen now. Okay. So today we're going to be talking about something very interesting. Something very interesting that a lot of immigrants, a lot of people like myself, like yourself, have probably fell victim of. Okay, standing out in the US job market or even in Canada, standing out in the Canadian job market. Now, how do you stand out? How do you even know you need to stand out? That's the first question. And you see, I speak to a lot of people that are currently in the US, in the UK, in Canada, immigrants literally across the world. And one thing that is consistent over time is if you may not have been applying for jobs, I've been applying, and I can't seem to get a job. I can't even get an interview, talk more of a job. So you see, I also relocated. Relocated about, I would say almost 10 years ago. Okay. And initially when I relocated to Ireland. Okay. So UK, Ireland, Northern, what do you call it? Republic of Ireland. So that's where I relocated to initially. And you see, I found it very difficult to get a job. I had to get a menial job. I was working in the warehouse for about almost a year, if not more than a year. All right. I was working in the warehouse. And in that period of working in the warehouse, I continued to apply for job consistently every single day, and I was faced with lots and lots and lots of rejection. So you see, nobody really teaches you what you need to do when you relocate. How do you write your experience? How do you structure your CV? All right. Let me just give you one tip first before we start going to the session. So you see, then when I used to create my CV, my education used to be at the start of my CV. So I have my professional summary. The next thing you would see is my certificates. So my BSc, my master's, and every certification I had will be the next thing. Then I'll talk about my experience. But you see, one of the puzzling thing about this was I never knew what I was doing was wrong. Okay, I felt I'm showcasing myself. I have a master's in data analytics, so that should give me an advantage. But I continued getting lots of rejection emails. So I spoke to somebody in Ireland, at the time, and the lady told me that, if you mean, do you know that people that have their certificates and programs at the start of their CV are actually inexperienced professionals? Okay, they're inexperienced. So a fresh graduate, for example, will put your certificate programs at the start of their CV in order for you to show them that, okay, this is the only thing I have. Okay, and I'm showcasing it first. So you showcase the things that you have first as your mainstay, as your background, as your, as the place of defense. This is what I have in order for me to get this job. All right. So you see, I never knew that. And there's so many things that you don't know that you feel like you might be doing correctly. And that might just be shooting you out of the job market. So you see, immediately I changed that. So I took my certificate and all the programs I did, I took it to the end, masters and everything, took it to the end of my CV. And what did I lead with? I led with my core skills and my technical skills. So I have my professional summary, then I have my core skills and technical skills, and it changed things a little for me, a little. Okay. But that's exactly what we're going to be talking about today. How to stand out and get a job in the US. All right, we're talking about the period of 8 weeks. Okay, so that's about 2 months. So how do you achieve this in 8 weeks? That's the puzzling question. And a lot of people will think that this is just gimmick. It's just for you to join a session. It's not for you to join a session. It's proven. We have people that have done the same thing, and they are currently working with reputable organizations literally across the world. So we're going to be talking about key strategies of landing your first tech job. And I want you guys to follow me. I want to take you on a journey, a small journey. There are not a lot of people in the house today. So I want to take you on a very quick 30-45 minutes journey to making sure that you know exactly what you're doing wrong now and what you need to change. And now you can get a job in about 8 weeks. All right. In your desired career path. All right. So let's jump straight into it. Who is Amdari? Pretty sure some of you are seeing us for the first time. So Amdari is it's one of a kind, to be honest with you. It's a one of a kind. It's a platform that provides you with work experience in your desired career path. Work experience in your desired career path. So if you're looking at getting a job today, anywhere in the world, all right, everybody wants you to have everybody wants you to have relevant experience. So if you're looking at getting a job in pharmaceutical, Okay, you want to become a health data analyst. They will need you to have healthcare based experience. If you're looking at getting a job in a bank, most bankers will want you to have banking experience in order for you to get a job. So now the posing question is, if I'm coming from a different background, I'm coming from customer service. I've always worked in customer service, and I want to become a data engineer. How do I get relevant experience in order for me to get a job? Okay, if I've always worked in the banking sector as a, working at the in the bank, at the front desk or financial advisor or whatever you want to call it. So you've always been in in that financial space, but you want to leave finance and you want to do something that has to do with data analytics, or you want to do something that has to do with cybersecurity. How do you get that experience? So Amdari is a one of a kind platform that provides you with relevant experience, okay, that you can use in getting a job in your desired career path. All right. So if you're looking at getting into data analytics, data science, cybersecurity, when you're talking about SOC, you're talking about GRC, you're talking about application and cloud security, you're talking about product design, you're talking about project management, business analysis, all this career path. You need relevant work experience in order for you to get a job. Okay. So Amdari is the platform that guarantees you work experience in order for you to get a job in today's job market. Experience is the new gold. Okay, experience is the new gold, and I'm going to tell you exactly. I'm going to show you. I'm not just going to tell you. I'm going to actually show you. All this is I'm talking about facts in the job market today. So that's Amdari. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to be here for the next 30-45 minutes. Okay, and I want to run you through this. And that's why I made it very straight to the point, nail on the head. And nobody's. I'm pretty sure everybody's a busy person. You're all busy professionals. All right. So four things we're going to focus on today is number one, we're going to discuss the main topic for today, which is how to stand out in the US job market and how to get a job, long story short. Okay. Number two, your pathway to becoming a tech professional and securing a job. So you see, everything here is how do you get a job? Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to focus on is the Amdari Work Experience Program. So if you are wondering what the work experience internship is all about, we're going to discuss that in details in the next 30-45 minutes. Now, last but not the least is a special offer that we have for you. So you want to wait to the end of the session to get this special offer. Trust me, it's something you don't want to miss out on 100%. Okay. So now, who is this person speaking to you? Who is Femena Ipro? Who is this guy speaking to you today on a Saturday that's taking about 45 minutes out of your time this Saturday? So my name is Femena Ipro. I'm the co-founder of Amdari, also the co-founder of Analytics. And, in the past 10 years, working across my career experience, I've helped people transition literally across the world. Currently, the number is sitting around 2,500 professionals globally. I've helped people transition from diverse background, from accountants to data analysts, from customer service to cybersecurity, from whatever career path you have. There are quite a number of them. And now what makes it very interesting for me is the fact that I also transitioned. So I studied economics in my undergraduate, and eventually I wanted to get into the tech space, and it took me 2 years for me to get my first job in the tech space. 2 solid years of try and error in order for me to get my first job. And you see, the moment I got my first job, I asked myself this question: why did it take me 2 years to get a job? Why did this job I have currently, why did it take me 2 years to get this job? And you see, it was at that point, we went ahead to start up analytics, okay? And then thereafter started Amdari to see how we can help professionals globally spend less time to get in a job. So why should it take you 2 years? So you're doing a master's program, you're doing a PhD, and you finish all those students, you spend so much time in school already. You shouldn't take so much time again to get a job. Do you understand what I mean? So that's exactly, the goal for us at Amdari. And that's why we set it up, because we also have been I personally have been in that very, 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 very confusing time where you keep applying for jobs and you really don't know what to do in order for you to get a job. And you feel like you need to bribe somebody at one point in order for you to get a job. All right. And it's a cycle. All right. People want you to have experience. Okay. But nobody wants to give you a job in order for you to get the experience. So the posing question is, where do you get this experience everybody's talking about. Where did you get it from? Okay, so you see, that's the posing question, that's the posing thing, and that's what we're here to answer. Okay, so if you take out time, I'll take you on a journey step by step on how you can actually get a job in about 8 weeks. Okay, so that's what makes me the best person for you to speak to today, because I've been there. Trust me, I did my master's, couldn't get a job, eventually got a job. So you see, all the things that we're going to be discussing today are things that I personally have experienced. And if you have any question at any point in time, it's a very small class. Okay, so feel free to raise your hand, ask questions, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Okay, so now, in order for you to stand out, okay, in order for you to know, what to do to stand out, you need to know what to do. You need to know exactly why you're getting rejected. Okay. So Newman, you can put your question in the chat. Okay, I'll take it from the chat. Okay. So in order for you to know how to stand out, you need to know why you're getting rejected, why most immigrants or why most people get rejected. Let's discuss this first. Okay. We're going to discuss recruitment. So in order for you to know if you can get a job or not in 8 weeks, this is exactly where it comes into. So I'm going to talk about this in like a few minutes, okay? And I'm going to spend my time to explain this in details, okay? In absolute detail, okay? So you see, the first part, I'm going to divide this into four groups of people. Now, the first group of people are people that keep applying for jobs and keep getting rejection emails. And I see this every single time. You might be the most qualified person in the job market, okay? And you find out that if you have a bad CV or you don't have a not so great CV, you will always get rejection email. So sometimes you find out that this job is even beneath me, okay? And you apply for that role, and funny enough, you get a rejection email. All right, and that hurts. Honestly, it hurts beyond. It hurts beyond. Even when you apply for jobs that are way above you. So a job that is well beneath you, that that if you get this job, you can't be there for 2 weeks because you're looking for something else. Then you find out that job is the one rejecting you. So you see, people that find themselves in these situations, your CV is bad. You just don't have a good CV. So you might be qualified, but you don't know how to translate that qualification, that experience in your CV in order for you to get a call from a recruiter. Okay. Now the next set of people are basically people that get dropped out in the first level of interview. All right. So the first level of interview is when you speak to HR. So when HR calls you, hello, we saw your application for this role, and we see you are a good fit for this role. Do you have 30 minutes to spare for us to have like a conversation? All right. So you see, most people get dropped out. You see, I would say over 70% of people actually drop out at this level. And that's because number one, it is impromptu. Okay. Number two is because people don't know how to interview. People just don't know how to interview properly in the job market today. So you see, recruiter just calls you or an employer just calls you about your application for a job role. And, can you spend 30 minutes to sell yourself quick? Can you sell yourself that quick in 30 minutes? All right. So you see a lot of people struggle to answer this question. And at the end of the day, as an immigrant, you will start to blame everything apart from yourself. Oh, it is because, maybe it's because like the way I speak. It's because of the way I speak. It's because of my accent. It's because of my ethnicity. It's because of something. It's not. It's basically not you. It's something else apart from you. All right. So you see, how do you answer questions during an interview will make or mar the way you get a job. Okay. Now the next thing is, if you keep getting dropped at the second stage, the second level. Now the second stage of the interview, typically most organization, is with your hiring manager, the person that you are going to be working closely with. Okay, the person you are going to be working closely with. So if you are going to be working with me, all right, on a project, I will be the one to interview you for that role. Now, what question would they be asking you? What question would this hiring manager be asking you in this interview? The question mostly would get to see if you can do the things that we do in the office. All right. What are the things that we do on the day-to-day? I'm going to ask you questions. Okay, so you're a cybersecurity analyst. Okay. Can you tell me a time You've analyzed logs in order for you to see vulnerabilities and so on and so forth. They want to test your experience. They want you to tell me about the things that you've done in your experience and how it relates to the role that you're applying to. Now, the moment you can't answer those questions, or you're using, one experience over and over and over again, they ask you the first question, you use one experience. They ask you the second question, you use another experience. They ask you the third question, you use one of those two experience to explain the third one. They ask you the fourth one, you use one of the first two experience to answer the fourth one again. You see, it basically shows lack of experience. All right. So a lot of people don't know how to answer questions, interview questions, how to sell themselves in this particular stage. And that's when people get dropped again significantly. Then the last set of people are the people that get dropped at the third stage, that get dropped at the third stage, at the fourth stage. I would say third stage typically, which is the technical assessment. Okay. So for most roles in the tech space are technically led. All right. So how do you use Excel? How do you use Power BI? How do you use Splunk? How do you use Wireshark? How do you use Trello? How do you use Jira and all these tools and software? How do you use it to solve business problems? And you find out that a lot of people probably just learn things on Excel, on YouTube. I mean, on YouTube, Udemy, Coursera, and no business context. No business context. So they are just doing stuff without really knowing exactly what to do. All right. So if they're asking questions around, key challenges that you would likely face if you use this technology, all right, you find out that they don't know those challenges actually exist. And that's where they get dropped. Okay. So you see, people get to this level these are the 4 stages in which people get dropped. Okay. And this is where most people don't know what to do to get a job. So you see, some people might be in stage 1 and feel like, I just need to pass stage 1. I just need a recruiter to call me. I just need an employer to call me. I've been getting so much rejections. I just need a recruiter to call me. You feel that's the problem. But people ignore problem number 2, problem number 3, and problem number 4. Okay? So your problem now is just let the recruiter call me. Let an employer call me. All right? And then a recruiter calls you, they call you for the interview, first level interview, and then you flop it. Okay, let's say you don't scale the second level, you have the second, you have the third level, and you see the problem, the pressure is there. All right, so you might actually be qualified, but you just find out that it's just difficult for you to get a job in the US job market. All right, so the number one issue you are facing today, you're facing, okay, and I want, if you guys want to guess, take a guess where you are today. Okay, take a guess where you are. What's the number one issue you think you might be facing in order for you to get a job? The answer is you. You are the number one issue. I'm pretty sure you want me to say the job market. You want me to say Trump. You want me to say, Mark Carney in Canada. You want to say it's the economy. No, it's not. It's not. It's you. You're the major problem. You are the number one problem enough for you not to get a job. Now, how is it you? Why is you the problem? Most people approach job applications from their own point of view. I feel, I think, I presume that if I do this, I will get a job. Okay. All right. That's the thought process most people have. I feel, I presume, I think, I feel like if I do this, if I write this in my CV, they will likely call me. Oh, I think that if I add this particular tool to the skill set that I have, they would likely call me. So it's all based on feelings, based on gut feeling. And that's why you see a lot of people struggle to get a job. And people will come up with different rationales to why they're not getting a job. Oh, it's because of my ethnicity. I'll say that. It's because of my name. So you see, when they see my name, if you mean like April, they know I'm not a US citizen. All right. All right. The next thing is I get a rejection email. Oh, it's because of something. It's always because of one thing or the other. It's because I don't have UK work experience, US work experience. That's the reason why I got rejected. So many reasons why people will say that gets rejected, but they never blame themselves. So you see, here are some Amdari success stories. And the reason I want to show you this is to tell you why what we're doing is very important. Okay. why what we're doing is very important. So I can see a chat now. You mean you took 2 years to find a job in the field, right? Yes, 100%. 100%. So now let's talk about some of the people that have gone through our programs and they've got some jobs. Now we have Francis. Francis, you can see on his LinkedIn profile. So if you click here, if you fill the attendance form, so you see we have the attendance form in the chats. So all you need to do is fill the attendance so you can get the materials and you can check out these things I'm sharing with you today. So you see, Francis used to be a quality assurance, professional back in Nigeria. Okay, back in Nigeria, he used to work in quality assurance. And you can see quality assurance operative, and he was working with an FMCG company back home in Nigeria. Okay, back home in the UK, he was working with doing this in the UK. Oh, sorry about that. All right, then he came into the Amdari Work Experience program. Okay, it took the work experience program from Amdari. That's the work experience program we're talking about. And then eventually he was able to get a job. All right, was able to get a job, and you can see him here. I just got a call from Deloitte that the interview was successful, starting onboarding in August. To God be the glory. Good morning, sir. And this is a chat between the intern, okay, and one of the specialists within the organization. All right. So it was just basically telling him because this specialist was the one that prepped him for the interview. All right. And eventually this guy got a job as a project manager working with Deloitte. All right. And that's something that you really don't get to see in the job market today. All right. You see a lot of professionals looking to get in a job. How should I get this job? That's exactly the puzzle question is you need experience, quality, quality experience. Now we have Okoyemi also. Okay, she completed a master's in data science and analytics, graduated with the distinction. And you see, Okoyemi couldn't get a job. Okoyemi struggled to get a job. She actually is, doing in her testimonial video. So if you click here to listen to Okoye, all right, you'll see there's a video that's attached to this. I'm going to just show you the video. So once you click on the link, you'll see this is the video, okay? And this is it. All right, this is the video. I'm not going to play the video. I'll play it at a certain time. I'll come back to this. So you'll see in the video, okay, she mentions that she has a computer science degree. She has, she has a master's in data science and analytics, but she still found it very difficult to get a job. All right. Then eventually she came into the work experience program, and currently she works as a data analyst with a reputable company in the UK. All right. Now the same thing, and this I'm just going to show you a few people. The same thing we have with Sandra. Sandra, took the work experience program with Amdari and eventually was able to get a job with data protection she got a job as a data protection paralegal with LODPO. Okay, with LODPO. She got a job as a data protection paralegal. So this is in the GRC space, governance, risk, and compliance. She was able to do that. So she went for a GRC program and eventually she was able to get a job just while she was taking the program. All right. The same thing with Jerry Amadi. Okay, and you see it's consistently amongst these people. What's inconsistent with them? They took the work experience program, gained relevant work experience, applied for jobs, and they were able to get a job. And you see, this is also the chat between Jerry and one of our specialists. His name is Emeka. So he said, "Hi, Emeka. Just wanted to officially let you know that I have landed a data analyst role within the civil service, and it's a level promotion also, and it's a level promotion too. I was asked to prepare a presentation on any data analyst project. I edited and submitted our first project, saved me a lot of time and gave me confidence." And you can see clearly telling you about the project, about the relevant experience you're going to be getting from the program, and how you would use this in order for you to get a job anywhere you are in the world. Okay, US, UK, Canada, anywhere. And that's Jerry's story. So Jerry joined a session like you are joining a session today, decided to put, to put his trust in Amdari. And eventually, now Jerry works with one of the top civil service firms, in. All right. So you see, one way you approach it, like I said, one of the major problems with you getting a job today, all right, that makes it difficult for you to stand out is because you are applying from your own point of view. When the recruiter reads my CV, they will know I can do the job. Okay? When the recruiter sees my CV, they will know I can do the job. Okay, so you've just put everything on your CV with the hope that the recruiter will read your CV and then it will call you for a job. That's not the way it works. And let's take it through this. So say let's just this is you. Okay, this is you currently looking to land a project management job.
Hi,
Uh,
Femina.
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure what happened, but sorry about that. So let me just continue from where I stopped. So we're going to take an assumption that this is you, all right, and you're currently looking to land in a job. You're currently looking for a job, okay, and you're looking for a job. And the key thing here is you will go out, you'll go to a job board, to any job board available around you, Indeed, LinkedIn, and the rest of them, all right, and you see a job that you like, put in your application, and then you apply for the job. So now the key, once you apply, most people just feel like a recruiter will read my CV. Okay. So you see a job that you like, you put in your application and you send it in. Most people feel a recruiter will read my CV. So you see, when the recruiter reads my CV, okay, once they see all the things, all the fancy things I have once they see all the fancy things I have in my what I call it in my CV, they will know I can do the job. So, like I said, most people approach this from their own point of view, and that's where the number one issue is. No recruiter would have the time to read your CV. 100%. No recruiter would have the time to read your CV. And the reason why I'm saying this is very simple. The reason why I'm saying this is very simple. For every job application, there's a statistics out there that says that for every job application that is out there. So when you go on LinkedIn, you go on Indeed, you go on all this job board, and you see a job post, the average number of application per job post is about 250 applications. It's about 250 application on average. So it could be high, it could be low, but on average, it's about 250 applications. Now, which recruiter on planet Earth would have the time to read 250 emails or 250 applications? There's no recruiter in this world that can read 250 application. None. There's no recruiter, no matter how superlative, no matter how efficient, no matter how not no matter how efficient the recruiter is, they can't read 250 applications. So it means, you see, the premise in which you're applying for a job is wrong, 100% wrong. Okay, so you see, no recruiter has the time to read all through applications. So if when they see my CV, they will know I can do the job. It doesn't work. So you might be the most qualified person in the job market today, and you find out that you struggle to get a job. Why? Because you feel like your experience and all these things are the things that they need to see in order for you to get a job. So now, move on to the next thing. What actually happens? Let me tell you exactly what happens. So when you see a job that you like online and you apply for it, there is something we call ATS, applicant tracking software. Applicant tracking software. So once you apply for a role, this tool, most employers, most recruiters, most job agencies will work with ATS. And what would they do with ATS? They will take ATS to screen out unwanted CVs, CVs that are not going to they're not relevant to the job role, long story short. So it's just basically weeding out unwanted CV. They just want to weed out unwanted CVs. So you see, there are three things ATS will focus on. There are three things ATS will focus on. Now, these three things are: number one is keywords. Keywords. Honestly speaking, a lot of people underestimate this. And when people talk about tailoring your resume to the job post, it's basically identify those keywords in the job post, use those keywords to your advantage by putting it on your CV. Now, what are these keywords? You really don't know. And I'm going to show you a tool that we use, okay? And the tool that you would have access to when you join the platform. All right. So keywords, very important. The next thing is formatting and structure. So at the start of the session, I told you the way I arranged my CV when I initially relocated was also putting me at a disadvantage. So you see the structure of your CV. So if you have all those very fancy, colorful CV and very creative CV, you honestly speaking, just honestly, you are just a red flag. To every job board, you are a red flag. So if you have a very creative, very colorful your picture, you have boxes, you have shapes, you have so many things going on your CV, you are already at a disadvantage. All right. So what I would recommend is a minimalistic CV template, a minimalistic CV design. That's what you should work with. All right. The next thing is chronology. Chronology is something people don't take into consideration, and most of these tools, most of the ATS that you have out there in today's job market, in our job market today, would work with chronology. I will spend just a few minutes on chronology. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm going to spend a few minutes on chronology. Okay. Oh, my battery is low actually. Make sure it's charging now. Okay, I want to show you something. I want to explain chronology for you. And in order for me to do that, I want to get a pen to show you how chronology works. Okay, so let me just get a pen. Okay, so let me use a yellow pen so it's easy for you guys to see. So you see, let's say an organization, a company. This is a company. Okay, so this company is looking for somebody that has 3 years of experience. Okay, 3 years of experience with, let's say, agile. Okay, agile. So you're a project manager, for example. Okay, project manager. Okay, they're looking for a project manager that has 3 years of experience working in an agile environment or implementing agile. Okay, so now this is your resume. Okay, this is your resume, and I'm explaining chronology. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. Okay, so you see, most people would have their professional statement. Okay, professional statement, and then after professional statement, you have your core. Okay, slash technical skills, technical. Okay, skills. All right. Now, core and technical skills. So now most people will just add agile. Okay, they're looking for agile. So I would add agile to my core and technical skills. Okay. And everything else, experience, they don't really concern themselves with putting agile again in their experiences. Experience, you just find out that most people will just take agile. They're looking for agile. I'm just going to put this somewhere on my CV one time, and that's the end. Now, let me tell you exactly why this is detrimental. Now, in chronology, for most ATS application that you have out there, chronology is by far very significant. Why? They have specified that they need someone with 3 years of experience, constant 3 years. So now, agile over here, if you have agile once in your core and technical skills, the maximum ATS would award to you is 6 months of experience. The maximum the ATS application, the ATS tool we give to you is 6 months. The maximum to give to you is 6 months. So you see that you apply for a role. You're an agile manager, you're an agile coach, you've always implemented agile, but you apply for a role and you find out you still get rejected. Why? They are looking for 3 years. In your experiences, there is no mention of agile again, all true. Okay, you only mentioned it once, and you just felt like when they read my CV, they will know I can do the job. Nobody has read your CV. ATS is the tool that is still reviewing your CV for keywords. Okay, looking for certain keywords and how many times did they appear. Okay, so now how do you beat this? You're looking for 3 years. You wrote it here. It means that you have 6 years of experience. You are still looking for 2.5 years of experience. All right. So what's going to happen is we're going to come here. Let's say you worked with Amdari. Okay. You work with Amdari and you were with Amdari for, let's say, 1 year. Okay. And 6 months. Okay. You're with Amdari for 1 year, 6 months. And in this your experience here, you specify that you implemented Agile. You mentioned Agile, and now you implemented Agile, and the key metrics, improvement points, so on and so forth. Those are the things that you wrote there. Now, what will happen is, sorry, what would happen is chronology, the 8 years, would award you the years of experience you have with the company. Because you mentioned Agile in Amdari, it will award you 1 year, 6 months to your earlier 6 months. Meaning when you combine these two together, you now have what? You now have 3 years. Or what's that? Yes, about one, then two. One, that's 2 years, sorry. 2 years of experience. They're giving you 2 years of experience. Now, your second company, let's say you worked with let's say you worked with Retendu. Let's say you worked with Retendu Communications. Okay, Retendu Communications. Now, with Retendu, you also specified how you did something around Agile and you did Agile and so on and so forth. And you were with Retendu Communications for about, let's say, 2 years. Okay, 2 years. You're with Rotendo for 2 years. All right. So because you mentioned Agile here, it will award you the years of experience that you have with that company. So that's 2 years plus the earlier 2 years. It means combined together, you now have 4 years of experience. And that's what chronology is all about. So if you're applying for a job and you see a keyword, let's say they're looking for somebody that knows how to leverage Power BI as a data analyst, for example. All right. And you just put Power BI in your core and technical skills, when they will see that Power BI exists there and you feel that's the end. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. And that's why you see a lot of people that might just put keywords on their CV still getting rejected heavily in the job market today. And that's very, very, very important for you to know. Okay. Chronology is by far one of the major things that would keep people from getting their job role. All right. So once ATS reviews your CV, it's going to be either a yes or a no answer. All right. There is no in between. Maybe recruiter read the CV first, then you can confirm. It's either a yes or a no. So if it's a no, you have gotten another rejection email. And if it's a yes, then the recruiter will read your CV. So you see the journey. You can see the journey and the things that are happening before somebody actually gets to see your CV. All right. So the next time you apply for a role and you want to stand out, there are certain things that you need to put into consideration. I'm going to share that with you for 5-10 minutes. All right. I need to explain this to you so you know exactly why you are already at a disadvantage. Okay. But significantly. All right. So that's what you need to know. So when you apply for a job, ATS reviews your CV for certain keywords, formatting and structures, and chronology in order for you to get a yes or a no. A no means you're getting a rejection email. A yes means a recruiter will read your CV. Now, the shocking thing again is that recruiters don't have all the time in the world to read your CV. All right. How many seconds does it take a recruiter to read your CV, to review your CV? How many seconds does it take them? Okay, would they be on your CV for 2 minutes, 3 minutes to read everything that you have, like a novel? Okay, like a novel or like a manga. Okay, like a what do you call it? Yeah, a comic book. Okay, would they take that time to read it? No, they don't. And guess what? On average, it takes a recruiter 6 to 7 seconds to scan your CV, to use their eyes to scan your CV. Okay, 6 to 7 seconds. So ATS has weeded out so many people. Now, a recruiter will come again and only use 6 to 7 seconds to read your CV. Now, in that 6 to 7 seconds to scan through your CV, it's just scanning. They're not reading it. They're just literally just scanning through your CV. So in that 6 to 7 seconds, what are they looking for? They are looking for keywords. The recruiter knows exactly what they are looking for. So they are looking for your CV. They're using their eyes in 6, 7 seconds to look for certain things that they need to see in order for them to know that, okay, I want to read this person's CV. Okay, so they're looking for certain keywords. And those are the things that put you at a disadvantage. Okay, so positioning is everything. So you're good. Positioning is everything. You're not so good. You don't have experience. You're not positioned still is everything. But remember, you cannot position something you don't have or something you don't know. Like if you never joined today's session, I'm pretty sure most of the things we're talking about today are not things that you're familiar with. Okay? So positioning is everything. And remember, you cannot position something you don't have. So what's positioning I'm talking about today? This positioning I'm referring to, what does it mean? Positioning basically is relevant work experience plus proof. You need to show proof. All right, relevant work experience, okay, plus show proof. Show the proof of this work experience that you say you've done. I need to see your proof, and that's exactly what we need to talk about. So that's positioning. All right, if you're enjoying yourself, please give me a thumbs up. It feels like I'm talking to myself. I know we're not a lot, but I want to know if you guys are enjoying yourself. Just give me a thumbs up, or just give me a reaction, or just give me a one in the chat. You can type a one in the chat. If you don't know how to give a reaction, you can just give me a one in the chat. Okay? Give me a one in the chat. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Hello. How are you? Can you guys hear me? You guys hear me? Oluwatobi Sule. Okay, yes, I can give me. Okay, I can say a thumbs up now. Oluwatobi Sule, are you enjoying yourself? Let me get a verbal confirmation.
100%. Yes, thank you.
Oh, fantastic, beautiful, I love it. So you see, positioning is everything. So I have a scenario here, okay, to make you understand what positioning is all about. Now, I want you to assume, okay, assume you have an event you're going to. I want you to assume you're going to an event, and in this event, you need to wear a corporate suit. So for guys, you wear a corporate suit. For ladies, you wear a corporate dress. Okay. So you're required to sew something, to make something bespoke. Okay. Now you have the first person here. You have the first person here. All right. Now you have tailor number A. Now tailor number A completed some courses and recently just graduated from a leading fashion school. Okay. No proof of work, nothing. I just graduated. I'm a fresh graduate. Okay. Toby, please give me your suit. I will sew your suit for you. So basically, a fresh graduate from a leading fashion school. The key word there is leading. Okay. So they're reputable. All right. Now you have number two. All right. Number the second tailor. Second tailor, no certificate or learning history. You don't even know where they learned. You have no idea where they learned or whatsoever. Okay. But they can show you a portfolio of dresses they've made. They can show you a portfolio of dresses they have made. So basically, but this is not corporate. It's now native attires, okay, and traditional wears. So that's the specialty. So tailor number two is well experienced tailor, okay, but this tailor now has experience with native attires and traditional wears, not corporate. Okay. Now you have number two. You have the third person, the third tailor. No certificate or learning history, so you don't know where they learned. You don't know how they learned. You have no clue of how they do it. Okay, or how they learned it. But you can see a portfolio of well sewn professional suits, shirts, dresses, and and so on and so forth. Now, which of these three tailors would you want to work with? Which of these three tailors would you work with? Would you work with tailor A? No proof of work, but they can show you a certificate from a leading fashion school. Or tailor number two, no certificate, but the person sews very well. Not corporate, but very fantastic native attires and traditional wears. Now, number three is the third tailor, no certificate or learning history, but has a portfolio of suit shirts, dresses, and so on and so forth. Which of them would you go through? Okay, so I want you to comment the word. I want you to comment A, B, or C in the chat. Which of these guys would you go with? Which of these guys would you go with? Which of these guys would you go with? Let me see. I just need about two answers, and then I can move on. So, which of these tailors would you go with? Would you go with tailor A or tailor B or tailor C? It's tricky. Fantastic. Let me see. Why is it tricky? Somebody says they'll go with tailor. You need a corporate suit, oh, a corporate suit and a corporate dress, not a native, not a traditional wear, not the traditional wear, Toby. So it's corporate suit or corporate dress. So you have tailor A, fashion school. Tailor B is a fantastic tailor, but sews majorly native attires and traditional wears. All right. Then tailor C sews professional dresses, so corporate. So you see, a lot of people are going with tailor C. A lot of people are going with tailor C. Now, why is tailor C? These guys basically they are a summation of people in the job market today. These people basically is depicting the job market today. So Taylor A is someone that I just finished a master's. I just finished a master's. I have, I graduated distinctions from my university. I graduated distinctions. I'm one of the best people from my course, for my program. Give me a chance. Give me a chance. Okay. All right. Or I just finished a certification program. I just finished my PMP. I just finished my BCS. I just finished my CBAP. I just finished my the cybersecurity, Cisco certification and all the blah 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 certification. Give me a chance. I have this certificate. Give me the work. Would you trust this person with your work? Most likely no. Most likely you won't give. You have an event next week and you want to give it to somebody to try their hands to gain experience. It's not going to work. Okay. Number two, has experience but does not offer exactly the service that you want. Okay. So she sews clothes. She sews native attires fantastically well. She has experience. She has a portfolio of native attires and traditional wears. But you need professional services. You need a professional suit. You need a professional dress. You need a corporate dress and a corporate suit. This lady does not have that experience. It's experience, but experience is not tailored specifically to what you're looking for. So you see a lot of people in banking experience that want to use banking experience to get into FMCG. That's exactly what's happening here. All right. So you have customer service experience. You've always been in customer service, but you want to get a job as a data engineer. How? How do you want to make this move? How do you make this drastic move? All right. Or you've always worked in a particular industry. You've always worked in supply chain. All right. But you won't go into banking. But you want to use that your supply chain experience to get into banking. It will not work. The same way you will not pick a native what do you call it? A tailor that sells native dresses to sell your corporate dress. It doesn't work. It doesn't align. The objectives, the goals, and everything are not there. They don't align. So what would you do? You rather focus on a tailor that can provide you what you are looking for. So when you're positioning yourself in the job market, position yourself as the person they are looking for. It's as simple as that. It's not technical, it's not hard. It's basically just you looking at what they are looking for. We need a B, C, D client type of professional. Please be the A, B, C, D that they are looking for. Don't say that when they read my CV, they will know that they can deduce that I am a B, C, D, or I can do A, B, C, D. Nobody's going to deduce. Nobody will get to the point where they get to deduce. So you see, in today's session, I want you to remember something. I want you to walk away with something. I want you to apply this to everything around you. All right. When you take a taxi, do you know the person's certificate? Do you know what school the person went to learn how to ride a taxi? No. But you trust the person. Yes, you trust the person. You enter into a plane, for example. Do you know what school the pilot went to? All right. You don't know. Take, for example, I wanted to go and one of my birthday last year, my wife took me to an helicopter hangar. So we went for an helicopter ride for a birthday, as a birthday gift. And after I finished, it was so exciting. I was like, okay, do you know what? I actually want to learn how to ride and how to ride or drive. I don't even know what it is at this point to ride an helicopter. Okay. And there was a course. Apparently, there was a course that would probably take me a few months. I can't remember now. Just maybe a few months to a year for you to learn how to ride an helicopter. Okay. And after you finish, okay, guess what? You can not ride an helicopter. So when you finish the program, you can't just jump into riding an helicopter. Okay. What do you need to do? You need to take a year, another 1 year, all right, where you learn, where you sit and sit with the pilot and you get to learn. You get to learn firsthand. You get to go on different helicopter rides, so on and so forth. And the same thing with airplane. All right. So there are courses that you could take, but you can't just take a course and go and jump straight into work and say, oh yeah, go and start flying. You've learned now. Yeah. It's the same way in every career path. Okay. It's the same way with every career path, with every job. So look around you. You need a plumber to come fix your tap in our house. Do you send the person, please send me your certificate? Send me your certificate of graduation before you come to fix my pipe in the house. Do you even know what school they go to? No, you don't. But do you care about their services? Yes. What do you care about? Have you done this before? Have you done this before? All right. And preferably, you even get somebody that can recommend somebody. Okay. So if you know this person that has done this before, please send me the person's number. I wouldn't mind talking to the person. So you see, at no point in time do you, as a person, care about certificates. So why are you going around chasing certificate? I need to go and write the BCS. Oh, I need to go and write Cisco. Oh, I need to go and write this certificate. Why are you going around looking for certificates when you as a person are engaging people around you consistently every day, but you don't care about their certificates? All right. So what you care about? You care about their experience. You care about their experience 100%. So have you been doing this before? Can you send me a list of things? Can you show me your website? Can you show me the things that you've done before? That's what you care about. And that's what employers also care about. They want to see that you've done this before. So your resume should show all this proof of work. That's exactly what we're trying to say. If you are trying to stand out in today's job market. So how many things do you need to get a job in today's job market? How many things do you need to do? All right. I'm going to take a path of somebody that has not done anything before. You've not learned anything before, all right, or you've taken a few courses before. What do you need to get a job? What do you need to get a job in today's job market? All right. So number one is to learn. Number one, you need to go learn 100%. You need to learn. So drop all the, oh, I've taken some courses before. Oh, I have taken a master's. Trust me, you need to go learn 100%. So there are in-demand career paths that you need to focus on. There are in-demand career paths you need to focus on. We have data analytics, we have data science, we have business analysis, project management, we have DevOps, we have data engineering, we have SOC analysts, we have product design, we have GRC, ethical hacking, and we have application and cloud security. All right. Now, after learning, what do? You package yourself. Packaging is very important in today's job market. Packaging is everything. Packaging is every single thing. So from your CV to your LinkedIn, to how to navigate the job market, to interview preparation, to job reference, to on-the-job support, to mentorship, everything that you need. Package it. Package yourself. Be a different person. Be a different person to the employer. To every employer, you need to be different. You can't be the same person to every employer. You can't. It's impossible. In today's job market, you need to be different to every employer. So the one that is in FMCG, you have experience in FMCG. The one that is the one that is in banking, you are an experienced banker. The one that is, you need to have that tailored experience. Okay. So how do you get this packaging? We'll discuss it better. And last but not the least, apply. Apply, and apply. You need to apply. Okay, so either you fit the role or you don't fit the role, or you are perfect for the role, you're not perfect for the role. You need to apply. Okay, and this is partnered with CV Match Me. So once you come on board, once you come on board, Amdari, okay, you are going to have access to CV Match Me, okay? And I'm going to take my time to show you this, okay? Just give me a second. I want to show you how CV Match Me works. So for most people that are looking to apply for jobs today, they need that experience. And I'm just going to show you this in a few minutes, okay? All right. So CV Match Me is such a fantastic tool for job seekers. And this is something that you will get access to when you join the program. Okay, so I'm going to come here. I'm going to go to jobs. and I'm going to search for a job in the US today. So let's say I'm interested in business analysis. I'm going to talk to you. I'm talking to Retendo. I know Retendo told me she's a business analyst or she's going into business analysis. So I'll look at business analyst in the United States. Okay. In the United States, I'm going to search for it. Okay. So I'm going to search for it. Okay. So we have let's just look for a core business analyst role. So you see, this is a business analyst role. All right. Business analyst. Okay. Let's give it a second. I'm going to look for this a business analyst role. Okay. So this is about 30 to 50 pounds per hour. Not so high, not a very high role. Okay. So this role now, I want to apply for this role and I want to create my CV for this role. Okay. So CV Match Me is a Chrome extension. So it's a Google Chrome extension. So it works with your browser. Even if you're using a Windows Edge, as Microsoft Edge, it also works perfectly. Okay. So what this does is it basically analyzes your CV. So what I'll do is I'll remove the CV I have there and I'll upload it again. Okay, I'm going to upload it. I'm going to remove the CV so you can see for yourself. So let's do it together. So this is CV Match Me. So by default, it will scrape the job role by itself. It will scrape the job function by itself. So the job description that is here, it has scraped everything already. So what you to do, all you need to do is upload your preferred CV. So I'm going to upload my CV. I'm just going to upload a test CV. All right. So this test CV, I'm going to upload it. Okay. Give me a second. Where is my mouse? Oh, yeah, I'm using three screens. All right, so I'm going to upload this test CV. I'm going to open. All right. So you see, the moment that you put it on, it's telling me it's a 72% match. A 72% match. Now, keywords that are matched. So you see keyword data analysis, data visualization, dashboard, Tableau, Power BI. These are keywords that are being used. Now, missing keywords: insurance, retirement, financial services, pension risk transfer, annuity products, and so on and so forth. So all these things, all right, are not on my CV currently, which would put me at a disadvantage at this point in time. So what can I do? I'll just come to optimize, and what I would do is to generate an optimized CV. So click on generate optimized CV, and what it will do is it's gonna take your CV and the job description, and it will tailor your resume for you. Can you imagine? You know, a tool that would help you fine tune, read your CV, and help you tailor your CV to the job role. So all the stress of you trying to figure out where to add this, where to not add this, where to take out this, and so on and so forth, it does the entire work for you. So that's the beauty about this. That's the beauty of this. So all the experiences that you need to highlight, all the things, the key things that you need to highlight, it will do that for you. Let's take a look at another role entirely. Let's look at, let's look at the GRC analyst. Okay, let's look at the GRC analyst. Sorry, still focus. Once I start anything analyst, it just keeps giving me that over and over again. So let's look at the keyword. I need to refresh. I don't know what it does, but let's just take a look. This is data governance lead, data governance, and so on. Let's take a look at this role. All right, data governance. Okay, so I'm going to click on CV Match Lead. Okay, I'm going to click on Analyze CV, and it takes about 6 seconds for you to analyze your CV against your job description. And you can see with this now it's a 48%. Okay, so matching keyword, certain keywords are a match: GCP, Google Cloud Platform, data analytics, data engineering. So these are all like matching keywords at this point in time. But missing keyword: data governance, operating model, stewardship, metadata management, master data management. There are so many keywords that are missing. So how do I add this keyword? I click on optimize and I just go ahead to optimize my CV. So it's a tool called CV Matchly AI. And Amdari is currently in partnership with CV Matchly AI for our students. So if you're part of us, you will get access to CV Matchly AI for free, and you get to use this in your job application process. And that's why we have so much people that have gone through the program and they're getting jobs literally anywhere in the world. All right. So that's basically the three things that you need to get a job into the job market. You need to learn, you need to package, and you need to apply. Those are the key things that you need to know. All right. So I'll be wrapping up in the next 10, 15 minutes. Okay. So we can take questions and then we can call it a day. All right. So now, what career path guarantees I get a job quickly in the US and in Canada? What career path guarantees I get a job? Now I know I listed out some courses. I listed out some career paths in over here. So you see over here you have in-demand career path. So what led to me us selecting this 11 career path? That's basically what we're going to discuss. Now the future of jobs report, okay, basically talks about what the next 5 years is going to look like. So from 2025 to 2030, you would have access to the job market. Yeah, what kind of jobs will grow and what career paths are going to decline. So if you want to get access to this document, just fill the attendance so you can get access to this document. I'm going to share this document with you. So please ensure you fill the attendance. Does this apply to UK? Yes, 100%. It works everywhere. US, Canada, UK, anywhere you are, it works. All right. So if you want to get access to all these things I'm showing you today, please fill the attendance. I'll send all these documents with you to you. So now this document basically, we did a deep dive into different career paths, and I want to focus on the ones that will grow and the ones that will decline. Okay. And what did it do? You can see it here. Okay, you can see all the roles here. You can see everything here. So you see data engineering, all the ones in red, big data specialists, data warehousing specialists, data engineers. These are all data engineering career paths. So you also see data analytics and data science. So you see AI and machine learning specialists. You would also get to see data analysts and data scientists clearly written out. Business analysts, you'll see it here. Digital transformation specialists, process automation specialists. These are core BA roles. All right. You will see cybersecurity. You will see security management specialists. You would also see information security analysts. You would also see database and network professionals. Now, DevOps, you see clearly DevOps engineer. Okay, our career paths are going to continue to grow. We also have product design, which is you see product design clearly written out. Product design, yes, that's UI UX. Okay, UI UX designers are regarded as product designers. So you see, all these career paths are literally there for you. If you're looking to get to the job. So you see data analytics and data science. You see data engineers. You see this over here is project managers. Sorry, that was a typo. I'll probably just do that real quick. So these are project managers. All right, and you have cybersecurity GRC. So you see regulatory and governance associate professional. So that's basically GRC, and you see risk management specialist. That's also under GRC, governance, risk, and compliance. So these are the career path that you see that will continue to grow and that will continue to decline. So you see, we focus on you getting a job. That's the goal for us. How can you get a job? What career path guarantees you get a job quickly? So you see, these are the career path: data analytics, data science, data engineering, business analysis, project manager, DevOps, SOC, GRC, cloud and application security, and you have ethical hacking and penetration testing. All right, these are career paths that would help you get a job. So how will Amdari help you? Now, in the next 5-10 minutes, how will Amdari help you get this job? Even in the US, you're looking to get to the job. How does Amdari help me? That's exactly what. So, Amdari is a one-stop shop. Okay, one-stop shop that helps you with learning, that helps you with packaging your experience, and helps you with job applications. All right. So number one is learning. Number one is learning. All right. So you have learning. So learning is Amdari Rave. So we have the internship program, and I'm going to spend just a few minutes to show you the internship program. All right. So just give me a second. I just want to pull off my screen. Okay. So if you come online, if you once you pay for the program, you'll get access to the internship platform. So you see on the dashboard, this is Amdari. This is Amdari's website. So www.amdari.io. All right. So once you come to the website and you make your payment, I'm going to walk you through when you get started. Okay. You come to internship, you would have access to the internship. Okay. You have access to the internship, and you will be able to walk through some of the programs that we have there. Okay, so currently, I'm just going to walk you through it very quickly in like a few minutes, so you know exactly what I want to show you in a few minutes. Okay, so the internship program basically works on a real life business. Okay, so it's simulated based on real businesses. Okay, and that's what you're going to be working on. So if I could come here now to select some of the courses that some of the internship that we have there, just give me a second. All right, let me just pull this off real quick. All right, so I'm going to come to internship. Okay, and I'm going to select one of the internship. Let's just select that of a, let's say, business analyst. Okay, so return just because we had a conversation before the program starts, I'm going to use you as the business analysis of the case study. All right, so business analysis internship. So what would you do during the internship? So I talked about one-stop shop, and Amdari is going to provide you a work experience internship. So once you get into the internship, what do you do, or what would you be working on? So I'm going to click on view projects, and you see this is one of the projects you would also get to work on. All right, not this exact project, but a type of project, different type of projects simulated across different businesses and so on. All right. So you see this. This is optimizing employee retention in Luke Smart Shopping. Okay. So now what's this business all about? Okay. So what's this business all about? You can see Luke Shopping, based in London, UK, is facing significant challenges with employee retention, particularly in its customer support and warehouse staff. High turnover rates have resulted in increased recruitment and training costs, operational inefficiency, and negative impact on customer service quality. Now, it's easy for you to go for an interview today and talk about Luke Smart if you have gone through Amdari. So you could clearly just say that, oh, while I was working with Amdari as a business analyst consultant, we had one of our major clients, Luke Smart Shopping, which was going through this particular issue. And you can clearly talk about the things that you did. You can talk about the things that you will do or things that you did while you're working with Amdari. Okay. So now you can see the business challenge, you can see the rationale of the projects, the scope of the project, so on and so forth. Everything detailed out for you to know exactly what you need to do as a business analyst. So you've never really worked as a business analyst before. So what's the role? What's the scope of a business analyst in this type of project? That's what you're going to get to learn. All right. So you see, I can come here to view task. Okay. And here you would see your weekly task on a week by week basis. So now you can see week 1, day 1, you have project kickoff and introduction. Week 1, day 2, you would have stakeholder identification interviews. So what would you be doing in day 2, for example? Today, you will identify key stakeholders and prepare for interviews to gain a deeper understanding of their perspective on employee retention. You will also begin thinking about how data can support their concerns. Beautiful. All right. So you've never, I mean, when you talk about requirement gathering, elicitation techniques, what are the elicitation techniques that you know? How have you implemented before? So you can easily talk about this when you go for an interview. Oh, while I was working with Amdari, these are the things that I did. This is how we carried out our interview. This is the method that we used. This is how we tracked. This is how we did this. This is how we did that. So you see, day 2, as is process mapping. So now, for this particular situation, we're going to be looking at as is process mapping, and it is very detailed because you have videos that would walk you through how to carry out these as is analysis. Okay, as is process mapping. So I'm going to show you this real quick. So you see, this is your instructor that will walk you through this. Now, this is where you start. Okay, this is you starting the project, you starting the work experience program. The reason why we start this way is so that everybody can be on the same pace. So you've learned process mapping before, but you really don't know how it works in real life. This is how we introduce you to it. So you have supporting documents, you have supporting materials that will get you to learn and work while you're doing this. Okay. And that's the same thing with every career path that we have, that we work with. That's the same thing with every career path that we get to work with. So if you take a look at, let's say, data analyst, for example, data analytics internship, I'm going to click on the same thing, view task, and you see this particular one. Let's look at the project real quick. So this is data analytics. I'm just going to refresh this. All right. So data January cohorts 2026. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I think I missed. Okay. So now let's look at data analytics internship. I'm just going to walk you through the project real quick. So this is utilizing viewers engagement for strategic content investment in media and entertainment sector. So you have this. Okay, what's the company overview? Which company are you going to be working with? So Streamwave Entertainment was founded in 2008 as a small DVD rental by mail business that quickly pivoted into online streaming as access broadband access expanded globally. By 2012, the company had transitioned fully into digital content delivery, offering a wide variety of licensed TV shows and movies. So you see, that's the business itself. Now, what are the issues they're facing? Business challenge. So while Streamwave has been tremendously successful, or has seen tremendous growth, competition in the streaming sector has intensified with new entrants offering similar or niche services. The company's content library is massive, but promotional spending and production budgets are finite. So executives are under pressure to ensure that investments are allocated to the right genre that drive engagement, retention, and subscriber growth. Like this is a very fantastic experience for people that are looking at going into entertainment or even any experience, any job you're looking at getting into. This is something that most executives will want to see how you are impactful in this project. Okay, so you see, those are the kind of things that you're going to work on. All right, and the same thing with the rest of them. View task. All right, you have your task structured in a way it's on a day by day basis. So what are you going to do in day one? What are you supposed to do in day two? So day two, you can see this is data ingestion and enrichment. So before any analysis, you must validate structure and quality. In this module, you will import all files into Excel, perform first pass data quality assessments, log data issues, and set a remediation plan. So basically, you're going to be working on this, and you can see the structure. The same way you have videos for that, you would also have videos for this, where you carry out your data quality checks and so on and so forth. So you see, very detailed. So if you go for an interview now, for example, as a data analyst, you can clearly, while I was working with Amdari, we had a client which is in the entertainment space, and this is the problem they had. This is how I solved the problem. This is how I used the data to solve the problem, so on and so forth. All right. So in the same vein, you as you're taking out the internship, you also have access to Amdari Learn. Okay, your number one short course platform. So you see, if you come to learn on the same website, you come to learn, you see all courses, okay, and you can select any of the career paths that you have there. So if you're interested in project management, for example, you can click on project management and it will give you project management courses. So you see project management fundamentals, introduction to project management. So you have courses across different career paths in the program. So if you're interested in something else entirely, let's say you're interested in, say, business analysis, okay? So you see problem solving, Excel fundamentals, dashboarding in Microsoft Excel, requirement lifecycle, business, this software development lifecycle, you have business analysis fundamentals and so on and so forth. All right? Same thing with GRC. You're interested in GRC. What kind of courses do you have? We have courses across GRC in there also. The same thing with SOC, the same thing with data engineering. We have courses across all the programs that we offer programs in. So you would have access to the internship where you would be handheld and guided through different project scenarios, different real life simulated events, and so on and so forth to give you the experience that you need. All right. In the same vein, you also have access to Amdari Lab. Now, packaging, this is where we come in with our expertise and our experience. So we'll help you with CV review, we'll help you review your CV and revamp your CV. You don't need to do that, we'll do that for you. All right. LinkedIn optimization basically help you rank better whenever recruiters are searching for potential candidates. Okay. So that's LinkedIn optimization. So the next thing also is navigating the job market. Navigating the job market, interview preparation would help you prepare for interview. Now, notice something. If you have a good CV, you're ranking well on LinkedIn, all right? You know how to navigate the job market, so you can use that your CV to apply properly. You are likely going to get interviews. You are most likely going to get interviews. Now, if you get interviews, who would prep you for those interviews? That's where we come in. We will prep you for the interviews. Job reference, we'll give you a job reference in the US, in Canada. All right, we do that. We're registered across. All right, so we'll give you job reference letter and all the job support. And last but not the least, mentorship and career coaching. So we'll do all this for you. As you're taking your internship, you are also given these additional services. So everything is going on side by side. And that's why you see most people that go through our program get jobs while they're taking the program. And some people also get after they complete the program. So it works both ways. All right. So nobody's asking the question, how soon will one get their CV revamped if one joins? Within the first 4 weeks of you joining, you have your CV revamped. Okay? Within the first 4 to 6 weeks, you have your CV revamped. That's because we actually want you to get a job before you complete the program. That's one of the major goals for us. Then the last but not the least is apply. Apply. And that's the reason why we've partnered with CV Matchly to see how you can get a job faster. Okay? But with you laboring less. Okay, how do you labor less and get jobs faster? That's where CV Marketing Partnerships come in. All right. So those are the things that we have done to see how we can help you get a job faster in today's job market. So you see, the work experience program, how does it work? Okay, in like 2 minutes. So basically, we have some business partnerships that we currently have some business partners. So we have the likes of Asset Guard, Echo Nest, we have Crypto Nest, we have FlowPay, we have Credify, we have Golden Haven, Lonely, okay, Trust Flow, we have Tokenverse, we have Suit Remit, we have Smart Pay AI. So these companies are startups literally across the world, some of them in the US, some of them in Canada, some of them in the UK. All right. So we have all these startups that we have partnered with. And what they've done is to give us their business challenges, their business issues, the things that they're facing with their business, with the startup itself. And you, as an intern, will get to work on them. Okay, we get to work on these experiences, on these challenges, and that's what builds your experience. So some of the business are simulated based on real events, while some of them are based on business partners that we have today. All right. So the project is given to you either as an individual or as a group. Is either given to you as an individual or as a group, and you also assigned a mentor. Okay, so every time you're given a project, a mentor, a specialist will be assigned to you to handhold you. Somebody that has minimum 5 years of experience would handhold you and guide you through the project you're working on. Then eventually you have an individual or group presentation. Okay, so or most times, if not a presentation, you have an evaluation, and then your recommendations are given back to the startup. So add projects to your portfolio. You can add it to your portfolio. You can showcase it to any employer anywhere in the world. That these are the things that you've done while you're working with Amdari. So LinkedIn work experience, you can add it. You can add Amdari that you're currently working with Amdari to your LinkedIn experience. So if you're looking at getting into data engineering, you can put data engineering currently with Amdari on your CV, on your LinkedIn also, to get them to show to like I said, um, positioning basically is relevant work experience plus proof. This is basically us trying to show you proof of the work experience that you're going to be working with. All right. So moving on. Okay, we talked about Amdari Learn. Okay, where you have access to short courses and so on and so forth. So you see, we have the employability aspect of things with Amdari. So CV review and links optimization. We have navigating the job market, interview preparation, we have mentorship session, job reference letter, and we have on the job support. So when we're looking at CV review, we'll help you revamp your CV and make it ATS compliant. With LinkedIn optimization, we're going to help you rank better. Navigating the job market, where to apply for jobs, how to apply for these jobs, and the different careers to consider when you're applying. Now, interview preparation, we'll do mock interview preparation. Okay, so prepare you ahead of time. Mentorship session, we have what we call the body mentorship session, where we bring in people that have gotten jobs, people like yourself that went through Amdari, that got jobs. We bring them back into the session, into mentorship to mentor you, to tell you, okay, this is what I did, this is what worked for me. So most times, a lot of people will see myself as, oh, if you're far up there. But if you bring in somebody that got a job 2 weeks ago, or 3 weeks ago, or a month ago, and tell you exactly what they did to get that job, most times you would likely believe it. And that's something that really helps us a lot to help people get jobs. Because once you see, like, oh, I can see a colleague of mine that we're training together got a job and is coming to present on how we were able to get a job, you will likely nudge you to apply. And those are the things that get us successful. Then we also do have the job reference letter, like I talked about, on the job support. These are the things that we provide for you to get you the role that you're looking for. All right. So, and that's basically why we've been successful. Okay, having people get jobs literally across the world, and these are people like yourself. Okay, that join a session like this. That said, okay, do you know what? I'm free on this Saturday. Let me just join. Let me listen to these guys, what they have to offer. And eventually they join and they're able to get a job. So you can see here, we have Martha. Martha is currently had no experience in project management. Okay, was looking at going into project management. And guess what? She was able to land a senior project management role, okay, senior project manager role in 2 months after signing up with Amdari. Now, you don't believe me, okay? The video is there for you to go watch. So if you click here, listen to Martha. So if I click here, it's going to open in the browser. Sorry, okay, I think I have to share that. I have to get the link for that again. All right, so if you click on the link, I'll update that, okay? So if you would just go to our YouTube, let me just go to that. Okay, since I'm there, I'm going to go on Amdari, okay? And you can take a look at go to Amdari and you could go to playlist, okay? And you see testimonials, you see people that have got, so you see it here, testimonial videos, okay? I'm gonna click on this, okay? Now you'll see this is some of the people. This is a Payami. This is another person, okay? Just give me a second. It's going to load for a second, and I'm just going to skip this. Okay, so you can see this is Anita, also got a job. These are people, how Anita landed a business analyst role in the UK. I'm not interviewing, real story. So you can see all these people are there, okay, that have gotten jobs literally across the world. You can come here to listen to them, and then you can make a decision from there. So you see Martha is there. Martha was able to get a job. You see Betty, the same thing with Betty. So Betty went through our program, information security. You can see there, Amdari. You see Amdari here, information technology project manager, and eventually she was able to get a job as an information technology business project manager. Okay, that's the power of the work experience program that we have. Same thing with Anita. I showed you Anita's video just now. Okay, so Anita joined the business analysis work experience program in August. She got a job in September. So just about a month into the program. So you can see the chart again. Mama, your girl got the job. It's here. They just sent an email. So you see there, she got a job as a senior business manager, business analyst. So you see, the same thing with Judith. Judith also got a job after completing the program with us at Amdari. Okay. So you can see the work experience program, data analyst consultant. Then eventually she got a job as a data analyst, and that's the power of the work experience program that we offer. All right, and I can go on and on and on and on about people like Toby also got a job working as a data scientist. Bookie got a job as a data scientist. Shale got a job as a data analytics specialist. Okay, and you can see more testimonials. Larry got a job as a data scientist. Larry got a job as a business analyst. You see somebody, Shale got a job as a SOC analyst, cybersecurity. Renee got a job as a systems analyst. Quite a number of people, Power BI analysts, systems analysts, and so on and so forth. Now, these are professionals like yourself that join a session like this. And now you can see reference letters, you can see proof of these guys getting jobs in different parts of the world. All right. So even looking at getting started, the key question is not, again, the question is not what do you need? The question is when are you starting? When do you want to get a job? And that's exactly why we have the course starting next month on the 7th of February. So if we're looking at getting started, join us on the 7th of February, okay? We would unhold you, we would literally unhold you, okay? From gaining the experience that you require to employability to you landing your first job. That's exactly where we come and play. So you see, we're currently running a discount. This is a special offer that we have for you. We're currently running a discount for the first 20 people. Okay. So if you're part of them, okay, you can take advantage of the discount. Okay. So you see this. Initially the cost is £500, okay, but it's currently going for £390. Okay, and I'm pretty sure you guys are in US or Canada will be wondering what that accounts to. I'm going to show you what that is. So you don't have to pay all this amount of money in now. All right, you can actually pay in 1 to 3 monthly installments. Okay, so it makes it easy for you to get started. Long story short. All right. So let me just walk you through payments in a few seconds. All right. So if you're looking at getting started very quickly, just come to your browser. I'm going to show you it's £390. Okay, what's the equivalent in USD and in Canadian dollars? I'm going to share that with you in a bit. So if you come to internship program, so just come to www.amdari. Just go on Google and just type in Amdari. All right, we're that popular. Don't worry. Okay, so just come to Google, type in Amdari. Okay, Amdari, and press enter. You see Amdari. Okay, click on the first link you see there. All right, you'll see internship program. That's what you're looking for. Internship program. I'm going to take this link. My colleague Jennifer has dropped it in the chat anyways, but you can see it in the chat. Now, once you come to this page, all right, you'll see apply for internship. Okay, click on apply for internship. And then you see all the career paths in there. You see all the career path in there. So from data analytics to data science to project management to ethical hacking to product design to application and cloud security, everything is in there. So now if you take this, for example, and you're interested in, take for example, project management, you can click on apply. Okay, and remember what I said. Remember what I said. You don't have to pay £390 at once. Okay, you can actually pay in installments. You can pay in installments. So I'm going to click on apply. Okay, click on apply now. Now, if you have not created an account before, okay, I'm going to walk you through that in a few seconds. If you've not created an account, now this is for someone that has an account on the platform. Now, if you don't have an account on the platform before, this is what you will get. Okay. So once you click on search for Amdari, click on the first link, click on internship program. You'll see apply for internship. Click on apply for internship. Okay. Click on any one of them. Let's take, for example, data engineering. Okay. I'm going to click on apply now. And it's, sorry, just give me a second. Let me just log out from this. I think this account was logged out before. All right. So I'm going to go back. So click on apply for internship. Click on apply for internship. You see it here. It's currently in US. It's currently in pound. That's £390. So apply now. Click on apply now, and you will need to create an account first off. Okay. So just give me a second. Let me just show you how to create an account in a few seconds. No way, it's still passing through. All right. So if I go to Amdari, all right, click on Amdari. Click on internship program, apply for internship. Okay. Apply for internship. Select any of the programs you're interested in. All right. They click on apply now. Once you click on apply now, you need to create an account. Right? You need to create an account. And all you need to do is click on sign up. So this for you. If you have an account already, then you can put in your email and password for you to get started. But click on sign up. Okay. To put in your first name, last name, just minimal account. To create a very, it's just first name, last name, email, phone number, create password, and that's it. So once you click on create account, it basically will take you to this page. Okay, you will need to confirm your email, but once you've done that, it will take you to this page. So this is the page that you get to select the cohort you want to start. Okay, this is where you get to select the cohort you want to start. So you see, it's currently the discount has been applied. So you're going to be paying 390, £390. So I'm going to change this to USD so you can get to see better. Okay, so in USD it is 530 US dollars. But like I said, you can see this in three installments. Okay, you can also pay in two installments. But if you want to do a full-time installment, one-time installment, it's 476 dollars. $476 for a one-time payment. So you're getting a further discount if you're doing a one-time payment. So a two installment also, you're getting 550, 530. So you're going to be paying $265 in two installments. If it's three installments, you're paying 177 USD in three installments. So you see, you can either start in February or you can start in March, whichever one works for you, that works. So February, I'm going to select February. I'm going to apply discount, and then you can just follow through the way you have it there. Very easy. So first, you can see the first installment is 177 US dollars. All right. If you want to, your next payment, for example, you want to shift it forward. Say you want it towards the end of the month. Okay. So instead of 24th, you want it on the 28th of the month. So I can click on save. And now my future payment will be on the 28th of every month. So this is a 3 month installment. So all you need to secure your internship today is $177 to get started. Very affordable, very low cost entry for you to get your preferred job. So, and like I said, one of the key things that we guarantee is the ability to transform yourself, ability for you to get started, and the ability for you to get a job in the duration that we spoke about. So if you're looking at getting started, please take advantage of this as soon as possible if you're looking at getting a job in today's job market. All right. So we'll spend the next few minutes to talk about questions and answers. If you guys have any questions, you can feel free to raise up your hand. I'll be happy to take your questions. All right. If you have any questions, please do well to answer your question, to ask your question. All right. So for people that are asking questions around, the duration, it's 4 months. It's a 4 month internship program, 4 months. So you start in February. So you're taking February, March, April, May. So and gives you everything that you're looking for to get in the job market today. Every single thing that you need will be provided for you to get a job into the job market. So if you're looking at getting a job, this is basically where you need to be. All right. So I've showed you the platform already. I've showed you what you need, the courses that we have offering, some of the projects you get to work on, how the projects are structured, and how you become very experienced at the end of the day. So everything that you need. So like I said, in today's job market, experience is everything. So every job you want to apply to, every job you put yourself out there to put yourself to apply, you need experience. Now, the puzzle question is where do you get this experience? That's where Amdari comes in. So if you're looking at getting a job in today's job market, you need to apply. You need to get started here. And this is where you get started. So if you have any question, I'll be taking any question. Feel free to ask any question, guys. Okay. So you might be in the US, you might be in Canada. You can raise up your hand. I would ask you to unmute yourself, and then you can I'll take your questions. But feel free to ask any question, guys. Okay. So just show you the platform one more time. Okay. So once you've made your payments, you'll get access directly to the dashboard, and then you can start to see something that has to do with your internship. All right. So if I come to roadmap, you see I can request for a reference letter. Okay. So I can request for a reference letter. I can book an interview preparation session. So if I click on book now, I just put in the information. So you link to the job board, details about the interview. Is it the first level, second level, or third level? So somebody will be there to prepare you for this interview. All right. So that's basically what you're getting for the $177 you're getting started. So somebody to prep you for interviews. And if you have any issues at any point in time, you can lodge a complaint and report an issue. And you can see the key milestones that you would also get to achieve. So from you starting a project to you getting your CV reviewed, like I said, CV review would happen in the first 4 to 6 weeks of you starting your internship. Then you have your LinkedIn optimization session, create your portfolio, and all the things that we have in there. All right. So once you've done that, you see resources also. This is where you get all the sessions. So you have sessions during the week and sessions on the weekend, sometimes depending on the time zone. All right. So Now, all the materials, you can see all the videos are there. All sessions are recorded. So even if you miss a session, you would have access to the recording. So take, for example, this is project number one. All right. This is your first session. You can see the recording over there. All right. So I'm going to come here to just fast forward to show you what they are doing in class. The first session is usually project overview. You introduce you to the project and all the things that you've been working on, the things you'll be doing, and so on and so forth. All right. So let's take a look at the second session that they had. All right. You'll see it's a bit more practical. All right. It's a bit more practical and you can ask questions. There's somebody there, there's a professional there that will literally hold your hand and guide you through the project you're working on, any issue you're facing, some of the things that you're doing. So you can see all the formulas you're writing, all the things you're doing, all the things you're building. At the end of the day, you're getting way more value. Okay. So you're working on a minimum of 7 projects, 5 to 7 projects in the period of 4 months. Okay, and then you can get reference. You can get everything that you need is provided. Okay, so from work experience to management, CV, LinkedIn optimization, and everything there. All right, and you still get access to learn materials, and you have at least a 1 year access to the learn resources. So you can learn, you can build, you can learn as much as you can across your experience with Amdari. Okay. So in the same vein, you also get a build a portfolio. Okay. So this is my portfolio. All right. You can see the portfolio there, of different projects I get to work on. And you can use this. I can copy the link now. Okay. And share it on or put it on my CV or put it on my LinkedIn. So where potentially Christians can easily just click on that portfolio link and it takes them to the projects I've worked on. All right. So and so much more. Okay. So the platform provides you with everything that you need in order for you to get a job. All right. So if you're looking at getting started, I would say you should take advantage of this discount as soon as possible in order for us to work together. All right. So thank you guys so much. I can't see any question. I'm not sure if everybody's shy or if I've answered everybody's question one way or the other, but nobody has any question. So, but anyways, looking forward to having you guys on board. If you have any question at any point in time, please ensure that you fill the attendance form. And if you did that already, definitely we will send you an email with the recording of the email or the recording of the session, and then you can get to ask us any question. Okay. So looking forward to having you guys on board. And trust me, this is a platform like no other. A platform that would help you and hold you and help you get a job in the job market, in today's job market. Thank you guys so much for taking our time to listen to me today. And I'm hoping you had a wonderful time because I did. Okay, even though we didn't get to talk as much. Well, thank you very much, guys. Have a wonderful night rest and looking forward to working with you. Bye for now and thanks. Cheers.